Hi guys, my name is Sarah Kirk and I'm a school counselor in Oklahoma and I am here to tell you what is in my bag. So as a school counselor, we depend on a lot of resources to help us meet the needs of all students, but I want to share a few go-tos that I couldn't live without. Of course, as a counselor, my first thing I want to share with you today has to do with emotions and feelings because we're constantly talking about emotions and feelings in counseling. So one thing I love to use is what is called a mood meter. So this is a mood meter, if you can see it here. It puts the moods and the feelings in 4 different quadrants. I love using this with other students because sometimes they think that they're way up here when really they might be feeling a feeling that might be like a little bit of mad mixed with sadness that might be more in here. So this really helps them to identify those different emotions and really understand their different emotions. So a mood meter is definitely in my bag. Along with that, I also always have feelings posters. If you can see over here, I've got a what are my feelings poster that I keep handy all the time. Also on the other side of my door, I have a similar version in emoji format, depending on the age of the kids and the developmental level of the students. So I love those two as my go-tos for as we talk about emotion management and really identifying our different emotions. The second thing that's always in my bag is Aaron's thinking putty. I don't know if you're familiar with Aaron, but I love this stuff. It is really great for building strength in the hands, for fine motor skills, but what I love it for is as a sensory tool, something they can play with, mess with as they're talking with me or in class. You can see it stretches, it forms, but it's really a unique feeling to some putties. It really gives students a lot of sensory output as they mess with it. They have glow-in-the-dark kinds and scented kinds and all sorts of things. So I love Aaron's and I always keep it handy. That's the second thing in my bag. The third thing that is always in my school counseling bag is kindness, and I picked my Always Be Kind stickers, as you can see behind me. And if you know me at all, if you're one of my students, you know that I have a strong emphasis on the importance of kindness and treating others with kindness and creating a culture of kindness. So I pass out these stickers when I catch kids being kind, whether it's saying please or thank you, holding a door open, just giving a compliment, whatever it is. I try to catch them being kind, which is great. Sorry, that's my radio going off, also usually in my bag. So kindness is a big part of my counseling program, so I take these everywhere as well. Next thing that's always in my bag is my circle of control handout. If you're familiar with the idea of a circle of control, we put things outside of our circle that are those things we can't control, and what we can control we put inside the circle. So I often use this as a talking point when talking with students about their difficulties. So often they're dealing with things that really are not in their control and are things they shouldn't have to be dealing with. And so we really try to process through what can you control, what steps can you take to make this situation better, and what do we need to just leave alone because it's outside of our control. So I love my circle of control visual, and I really love having students create their own. I use this little teacher pay teacher version, but oftentimes I don't have this with me. I just draw a circle and we put what we can control on the inside and what we can't on the outside. So love that as well. Next thing in my bag, snacks. Gotta have snacks if you're a school counselor because we know hungry tummies can't do their best, and I often start each conversation with asking if they're hungry because most likely if the day started off tough, it could be because they're simply hungry. So always keep snacks handy. Students know they can always come and get snacks from me anytime, no questions asked. So lots of snacks. I try to keep healthier options, but sometimes it's peanut butter crackers, those sorts of things. So definitely a go-to in the school counseling world. And the last and final thing that I certainly think is a go-to for me and I couldn't live without, and I think serves students better, more complete, just totally what is the reason we're here, is ears that listen, smile, and a hug. That's what our kids need the most. So while it's not a tangible thing I keep in my bag, I certainly always keep it with me, because having 2 ears to listen, having a smile to share, and having arms to share a hug really can make all the difference. And at the end of the day, we know that what matters most is relationship. And as a school counselor, I certainly could not do my job without building relationships with each and every kid that comes through our doors. So that's a little bit about me and what you can find in my school counseling bag. Thank you for joining, and thank you for all you do to support students, to spread kindness, and to make this world a better place. Bye-bye.